I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. I mean, I love the franchise, and I still do, but it was also like the only game my group of friends all played aside from playing FIFA or something. So if we wanted to all play something together, we played Call of Duty. We were all really into Modern Warfare 2, so as you can imagine, we were all very excited for the release of Modern Warfare 3. All of my chums at football were getting it, as we're all old mates from school, and I remember early November of 2011 being nothing but hype. The game dropped, it was awesome, and I think we all spent the next 3 days playing here and there before the weekend hit, by which point, nothing was stopping us from binging Team Deathmatch. That Friday night, I played from the moment I got home from work till about 1 o'clock in the morning, jumping in between parties as various groups came and went. Then, at about 1-ish, I'm still trying to work my way up to a nuke when, in the middle of a match, I hear this, "Our UAV is online." And then, "Help me," in quick succession. But the "help me" part didn't seem like it was coming from the game at all. I remember grabbing my TV remote and hitting the mute button and then just sitting there in the dark and quiet of my flat's living room, feeling more and more anxious with each passing second. I didn't know if I was imagining things or if it had come from the game chat or something. But when half a minute or so went by and I didn't hear the voice again, I just went back to playing Call of Duty and assumed it was nothing. But then no more than a few minutes go by when I hear the same weak "help me." And that time, I was 100% sure that it wasn't coming from the game. Now just to clarify, I was talking with my friends via headphones, but all the game noises are coming out of the TV, and that's why I could even hear the voice in the first place and why it was so confusing at first. Now anyway, I whip my headphones off, mute the TV, and walk over to my flat's living room window to look outside. I can't see anything, and a good couple of seconds pass without any more noise, but I'm seriously on edge by that point because I can't see who's saying "help me," but I know for a fact that I heard it without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not saying that I thought it was some ghost or anything, but because I can't see them, how long is it before someone walks into view with their head just hanging off or something? But then, I hear it a third time, slightly different though, and clear as crystal. The voice sounded weak and desperate and so sad, and I could clearly hear someone just below my window say, "Can you please help me?" And just so you can understand what I'm talking about, you have to understand the layout of where I lived at the time. I lived on the first floor, so although I had a pretty good view of the pathway and the street outside, I couldn't see what was directly below me, and that's where the voice was coming from. But the thing is, if there was someone standing below the window that I looked out of, I could usually see their head and their shoulders at least, like it wasn't a complete blind spot like that. So the fact that I couldn't see anything at all, that's what had me so freaked out to the point that I thought something paranormal might actually be occurring. And the fourth time I heard it, I swear I felt my soul leave my body with fear. It was so creepy. But once I got over myself and got it into my head that it wasn't a ghost, I realized someone needed help, and they needed it fast. So long story short, I run outside, and I see this poor little old lady lying on the paving slabs under my window with a big bloody crack in her head. It's quite a sad story in the end. She had dementia and had gotten lost a few hours before. And then after wandering into our backyard, she apparently fell and became delirious with pain. We called the police, and thank God she was taken to the hospital, confused but unharmed. I'm glad to have helped her that day. It felt nice to think that I've actually helped rescue her. But still, for a few minutes there, I honestly was properly touching cloth. If you enjoyed this scary story, listen to thousands more, either over on the Let's Read YouTube channel or podcast.